Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 25 of Crusader Kings 2. As always, a very big thank you to my Patreon supporter Gamer Cowboy for sponsoring this entire series. And we're just basically trying to find a way to expand at the moment. It's a little bit slow. We do have our Chancellor over here trying to fabricate a claim, and he's doing that quite slowly. We've got righteous imprisonment on one of our sons again. What are you trying to do currently? All of our sons trying to kill each other off, or kill me off. You're trying to fabricate a claim on somewhere. You're trying to kill off somebody else. I mean, could you all just stop it, please? Who are you trying to kill off? Just sons trying to kill off other sons. We already knew about that one there anyway. You just end your plot, because that'll make life easier. That's another son. We shouldn't be unlanded because he's a bastard, so that's fine. Okay, there's one fewer plot. As you ponder new ways to improve your realm, your physician approaches you with the idea: if you were to institute a system of provincial apothecaries, the health of your subjects would improve significantly. It's only 100 gold. We can do that. That is fine. Yeah, you need to stop this plotting that you've got going on here. Oh, he's not plotting to kill, he's just plotting to fabricate a claim. That's fine. So the realm's a little bit of a mess. We don't have that many control over direct counts at the moment. Mostly we're burying people under dukes. There are still a couple of count level vassals around that I do intend to try and grab as much as possible. Now our heir has better stewardship, 15 stewardship to R5, so we would be able to have a bigger realm when we eventually die off. We're already 52, we're grey haired, you know, we might not be around too much longer. We don't know how long that, we were also stressed as well, so castle walls being built. Let's go ahead and get the castle. Oh, we can get the keep. Let's get some more levy size. The more soldiers you have, the better. Always good to have as many soldiers as you can. How's our other castle going? It did actually get built. So what do we control directly? So there's 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5... 1, 2, oh yeah, that one, 3, 4, 5, and 6, because that's a double holding here. But let's go ahead and get a keep, because this is in our sort of capital province here. So we'll really be building this up. Ah, we're prospering. Good stuff. And we are unpaused. But yes, I would definitely still like to try and take this province here from Lucas. I am your heir. It'd be a shame if anything were to happen to you. We could just revoke his title. If we were to plot to kill, it's pretty high plot power chance there. Who would be willing to come and get involved with this? More people than you think. 28 gold, yeah, we can afford that. 21 gold, we can afford that. You'll do it for 15. It looks like a fair few other people will come in without us having to bribe them. So we're already up to 115%, so that should be enough for us. And then we'll just get that. We'll have to give one of the other ones away, which is probably fine. Might give this one away. And then make this son into a duke. Now what we could do is we can actually grab a claim on this. You are independent. If I were to declare a war on you... No, it's subjugation. I guess, yeah, because you don't technically... This isn't part of this land. You did own this. So we could go over there and do a subjugation war. But it's a little bit pointless. But at least we do control this duchy now. If we could grab a little bit more land here. It's probably this one we actually want, because then we could claim another duchy. Let's go ahead and actually move the Chancellor. He's not doing a particularly good job. It's not like he has any progress. It's a random chance each month. So it's not like in EU4 where you don't want to keep moving the guy around. This is a random courtier who sort of fancies me. Fine, let's make a move. She's a dwarf. Gave her a good tumble. I'm trying to click on that. There we go. So she's a lover, but not a concubine. I'd take her as a concubine, I think. Oh, look at that. We found the white tiger again. Or, well, we've heard reports of the white tiger. The chances of us actually finding it and capturing it are slim. A noble by the name of Lang Lieben come to court today seeking asylum. He claims to have escaped from China after the rest of his family was executed on the orders of the emperor. So we've got this guy. You're not really all that useful to me, are you, though? And you don't even like me, because you're zealous. So what are you doing here? Was there some kind of reward on your head? Allow him to stay and secretly send a letter to the Emperor. We could have him come to stay. I don't see there's any reason for him to be here, because he's pretty terrible. He's an amateurish plotter. He's cruel, shy, and zealous and greedy. Let's allow him to stay here and send a secret letter to the Emperor. Ready to go hunting. Mother has died. This is yet another son who lacks a focus. Let's go. Let's get one with a bit of thrift, actually. Let's try and get some stewardship going on in the bloodline, because it's looking a little bit bleak at the moment in terms of stewardship for a lot of people. Well, we don't want to become arbitrary. They've really made these events hard. Maybe we should change. Maybe I should even change my focus. Wow. Soon after writing to the Chinese emperor, an emissary arrived with several guards. However, Lang Libden has escaped the night before. Someone must have warned him. All the emissary said before he left was, the emperor will be disappointed. And I lose 200 grace. Well, I didn't have any grace to start with, so let's get rid of that window. Or has it put me on negative? No, you can't go into negative grace, so it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. So who cares? I really do think this is a bit of a silly mechanic, and I hate to say it, because generally I do like the expansions and DLCs that Paradox have made. This just feels like they're charging to add a button onto the interface that gives me a few extra interactions that most of the time are fairly useless. You could quite easily, as I have done here, install this DLC and then just completely ignore this button and never be involved with it at all. Just the same as you can install the one that has the societies and then just completely ignore it and not have anything to do with it. It's nice, it's there if you want to use it, but it mostly seems just to be a waste of time. Acknowledge him as mine, but we're not going to legitimize him. We've got enough sons as it is. 3 weak claims can be pressed. Unfortunately, none of them are claims for me. We've got a claim over here. Oh, no. And another one somewhere. So lots of claims going on for various things. If I were to declare war on you, for example, yeah, I can make claims for other people, but not for myself, really. Come on, Chancellor, do your job. Get a claim for me. I mean, what I could do is just hold on to a single duchy, this main one. That would give me 5 holdings here, because I've got the double holding in this province. I mean, we could go ahead and build another castle if we wanted to. One of your vassals can be discouraged. This is our son. You are stressed, you're kind, but you're paranoid. Stubborn and shrewd. You're kind and proud, so we should obligate him. Yeah, good. Let's have a quick look at the... I haven't even looked at factions at all. Let's have a quick look down here. We're still trying to kill you off, but nothing seems to be going on with that right now. which is tricky. Some known plots going on. It's not a big deal. We have lost our court chaplain again. So here's another guy. Let's go ahead and get you to proselytize and, I don't know, just go and work in a different one. Okay, do we just want to revoke your title? I guess I don't technically need to do it now. Let's go and end the plot. There's no point plotting to kill him right now. It'll just mean that we're likely to get discovered. We lose the trait charitable. Let's go and cancel that plot there. As you are working, your physician bursts into your study. You've been up all night again. It will be in your best interest not to work so hard. You shall collapse from all the exhaustion. Perhaps you are right. I will heed your advice. So we lose the trait stressed. We gain some health, but we lose 1 point everywhere. No, we can just become diligent. Are we already diligent? No. But now we're diligent. That helps a little bit. And we're continuing to prosper. Still got a few more years to work until we can actually get into here. Wife is pregnant. Still getting stuff done at the age of 55. It's not bad going. Few alliances forming up. It's our spy master forming an alliance with this guy. That's interesting, isn't it? Now then, if our spy master were to disappear... Now, you do have an heir. During your wife's recent visit, we had a great time discussing the similarities between our people. I suggest a non-aggression pact. You are where now? All the way up there. Fine. I mean, I'm not really going to be getting up there for quite some time. One thing that I have sort of noticed, or I should say haven't really noticed since I've been playing this particular campaign, there haven't really been many sort of epidemics and disease outbreaks. Certainly not in India. You know, you do get quite a lot in Europe and stuff. But yeah, we've pretty much had nothing going on down here in India. It's quite surprising, really. There's been absolutely nothing down here at all. But we shall continue on in an attempt to try and expand. I mean, this one's going to be easy to get. That's a given. We will get that. The Hindu priests are constantly pestering me about religion. What we need to do is just get something here. Do we not have any claim at all? I didn't check on this guy, actually. Declare a war. Yeah, we've got claims for somebody else, but not claims that we could make of our own, unfortunately. Our son, Gamer Cowboy, has collected a special tithe. Though I had thought our spy master to be more reasonable man, he's requested to be allowed to duel his rival was slightly erratic. Sure, allow the duel. Another son. I mean, he may end up getting injured. He's actually possessed. Our spy master is possessed. This is not a particularly good thing here. What would be our potential plot power if we wanted to get him removed? Not particularly great. Yes, a possessed spy master is not a good start. Oh, would you look at that? It's that white tiger again. Could we make somebody else spy master? I mean, he does have 15. And he is the best spy master that we've got. I mean, I guess what we could do is we could reassign him somewhere to study technology and send him somewhere where he's likely to get killed. Let's go and send him right up here. It's a bit harsh, but he might get killed off. Actually, speaking of tech, have we got anything that we can do? We actually have quite a bit. This time it will not escape me, but it probably will. Shipbuilding, not that useful. Siege equipment, well, faster sieges are always good. Let's go for that. Trade practices gives us more trade value. Construction, let's just build more stuff. Improved keeps. Yes, actually, improved keeps is what we want. I'm going to go for town infrastructure as well. But improved keeps allows us to build more stuff, essentially. So more more castle walls, which gives us tax income, levy size, and fort levels. Castle fortifications are good as well. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. Can we do that at more than one castle at once? You have a keep. Let's get the castle walls there. This one we were also building up as well. Let's get the keep. Tax income's nice, but let's get the men. Because that's what we're trying to do here, is build up an army. We've got 4,500 men. If we compare that to some of our neighbours, like this guy. See, we need to sort of keep up with them. 5, so he's beating us quite a bit. Fruitlessly scouring the countryside, you come across a small cottage in the wilds. As you knock, a beautiful young woman opens. She pauses and gives you a warm, inviting look and says, "It's very lonely out here. I wonder if you will stay the night." We don't need to be chased. Let's go. Of course, gives us some more diplomacy. The next morning, you awake with a warm body next to you. You spent a long, pleasant night in the cabin, but it's time to get back to the world outside. Your companion looks you in the eyes and caresses you and asks you to stay a little longer. So, courtier, why do you fall in love with me? Why does this courtier come? I'm going to try this because I want to see what happens. You have returned to your court. Yeah, it was coming up with the wrong name for some reason, I think. Take concubine, because why not? 20 intrigue, and you're quick and attractive. Yeah, it was coming up with the wrong things there for some reason. We can shut the gates. So what was I saying about not having an epidemic? And now all of a sudden we've got... what is this? We've got over here consumption. Luckily it's in our spy master's provinces, so hopefully it'll... Mind you, he's not there at the moment, but... if it kills him off, that'll be useful. Okay, stuff going on. Betrothed can marry. This is our niece. Fine, let's go ahead and allow that. Not a problem there. Not going to shut the gates just yet. It is starting to spread. It hasn't quite moved up to where we are. Measles now. Okay, now this is starting to get into the capital. Hopefully we'll be fine. I woke up this morning and realised I've lost my feelings for another random... This is the dwarf. That's fine. But we do actually have you as a concubine, which is good. Another random... So we've got a lot of kids here. Acknowledge him as mine, but we're not going to legitimise him. I really shouldn't have mentioned anything about the epidemics, because now that's probably just going to be what kills me off or something. But I think overall, we should be fine. Need to grab this next year. That truce is coming to an end very soon. Spymaster, possessed Spymaster is still alive. He's a possessed lunatic. He's also frail. Highly suspicious adulterer, so he's probably a devil worshipper. I mean, we could go and send our priest there to try and uncover him. Your heir is actually... random commander. You haven't managed to increase the county levy. Levy reinforcement rate minus 200%. Well, that's not ideal. Castle walls have been built. Call for the court physician. Yeah, let's try and end this rivalry, which we've been trying to do for a while. We can get the keep here, increase the levy size and the garrison size. Let's go for it. We're actually making a fair bit of income now, aren't we? We are making 175 ducats a year. That's quite a lot, actually. That is decent. Castle walls have been built here. So, Castletown gives us a lot more tax income, but let's go ahead and do the keep first. I'm really just trying to build up the size of my army right now. I want to make sure that I can keep up with my neighbours. Yeah, he's not having a lot of luck here, are you? Not really getting stuff done that you need to be. What just happened here? Right, we've inherited some... Okay, so Carl has died, and we've inherited his titles. Our domain is too big. So we are now holding this one, which I don't really want to be. Let's give that to Hardan. So let's go and grant you the landed title of Potapi. Let's go ahead and do that. If he wants it to be a duchy, he'll have to make it himself. We're still 1 over, but being 1 over is not too terrible. Which is the extra one that I probably don't need down here. Do I have another son coming of age that I could give Pahiti to? You will be coming of age very soon. Can we grant you a landed title? Yes, we can. So let's go ahead and give you that one. That removes the extra burden on myself. And there's also this one as well. This one is another difficult one to pronounce. But I do have another son. So let's grant you a landed title of... It is that one. So I should have given him the lower titles actually, but I didn't. Now they're not actually part of a duchy, but that's fine. Gain some karma. So what I could do now is claim this one off you. Call for the court physician. So yeah, let's try and grab that off you. We want to revoke your title. He will say yes. Court physician has completely botched the treatment of my daughter. No, we want to keep her around because it is our lover. Okay, he's handed that over. That is fine. He doesn't like me now. That's fine. Betrothed can marry. Is he saying no to that? What's going on here? Alliance again. Between our spy master and this. Well, they've already done that one before. Yeah, accept that. My vassal, Gamer Cowboy, has requested that a lower rank vassal should serve under him rather than me directly. Which is another son. He can have the vassal for a favour. I like my other vassal better. Impress him with promises. Can have the vassal for a favour. That's that done. So he now owes us a favour. This is our son. Keep has been built here. So let's go ahead and keep building it up. Castletown will give us some more tax. A barracks will give us some more heavy infantry though. So let's go ahead and do the barracks. We're now up to 4.53k men still. But that's probably going to be the point where we end this video. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you're still enjoying Crusader Kings 2. Sorry that it has been a little bit slow in the last few episodes. It is far more difficult to expand in Crusader Kings 2 than it is in EU4. And to be perfectly honest, I'm just more comfortable playing EU4. I know the mechanics better, I understand how the game works better. And I think Crusader Kings 2 is much more of a game for people who like to role play. Which is something that I don't do very well, which is probably why I do prefer EU4 to Crusader Kings 2. Even though I think ZK2 is a fantastic game, I still just prefer EU4 mechanically. But I shall soldier on, and I intend to try and take as much of India as possible before the end of this campaign. Once again, a very big thank you to my Patreon supporter Gamer Cowboy for sponsoring this entire series, and I will see you guys next time. So until then, goodbye for now.